Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my December budget. So up to this point for my budgeting, I have been utilizing a style that's basically referred to technically as forecasting. So it's where you know the money that you're expecting to come in throughout the month, and so you plan your expenses accordingly. And I'm finding that for how I'm getting paid and just how I live my life, I guess, that's not really working for me super well. So I'm going to try a more technical form of budgeting. I know everyone calls their budget a budgeting situation. They call it a budget. That's just the word that we use. But really what most people do is considered forecasting, and I'm going to try to truly budget, which means I look at the money that I have right now in the bank account and I plan for whatever length of time. Some people do it, you know, what I have today until the next time I'm getting paid, but I'm going to do what I have today until the end of December because I'm really busy and I'm probably not going to have time to sit down and kind of budget it out every 2 weeks, which is how often I get paid for my salary. So this I think will help me because, you know, I have some bills that are due on certain dates and none of those dates line up. They're all throughout the month, which drives me crazy. And then I don't technically have a student loan payment, so I can pay that at any time during the month, and that just leaves like questions. It leaves me wanting to let money sit in my bank account until the end of the month and then put it on my loans, or until I get paid and then put it on my loans, because I want to make sure that there's money sitting there, and that's just really not how I want to be living or budgeting or working towards my financial goals. So I'm going to try it this way instead for at least this month and see how it works. So I know what I have sitting in my bank account that's expendable to me right now so I'm just going to put starting out. So this money has come from a variety of places. It has come from my paychecks throughout the month. It's come from my Etsy shops from the last month, and gifts that I've received. I've got a few family members have sent me little checks here and there. So that amount is $55.24.97. Which is both planned and actual. I mean, I didn't exactly plan it, but, you know, that's what is there, and this is how I'm budgeting this month. So, you know, I may need to change my header stickers up that I made. Luckily, I only made them through the month of December, so it's no big deal if I need to change them up. But I do know what my bills are, at least. So let me do rent, water, Wi-Fi, so planned is $16.99. Next one is electricity. So luckily I already have my bill sitting there, so it's freaking huge. Unfortunately, it's actually the bill for the last 2 months, and then also a deposit that I had pushed off that I was trying to get waived, but they would not waive it. So it's 2 months worth of bill and then $200 worth of deposit for my electricity. So that's going to be this amount. My next one is YMCA. And then I know this isn't really a bill, but it goes, things that I take out of my checking mentally are like in the bill category. So I'm going to put business at the bottom for my business expenses, like going to the post office and those kinds of things. TV, Netflix, and then other memberships. So for me, that's Audible, Ipsy bag. What else? I have like an iTunes storage, that type of thing. So that falls into that category. So let me see. YMCA is always $64. Oh, you know what I did here? I forgot last month I included Netflix in with memberships, so I'm going to do that again because I need a line here for dog walker. TV is always $53. My memberships, let me see what they were last month. $36.98. Business, I'm just gonna give myself $20 for this. I just bought a whole bunch of stamps, so I don't think I'll need to spend very much on it this month. And then for dog walker, I'm expecting to need her 11 times this month, which comes out to $165. So I didn't actually do any of this math beforehand, so hopefully it all comes out well and I can actually like afford my life and then also have money to put like a big chunk towards my debt. So let me see. Let me do some math. So this all adds up to, if my math is correct, $2,482.27. So yeah, wow. Okay, so moving on to my cash envelopes. So the things that I use cash for are groceries, eating out, slush fund, which is like fun stuff, and then unbudgeted. So groceries for this month, previously I had given myself $300. So I recently did a big shop at like a wholesale store near me, and I still have quite a bit left from that. I also have quite a bit in my pantries that I want to try to go through, and then of course we have Christmas, so I'll be home for that at my parents' house and probably have, you know, leftovers that'll carry me through New Year at that point. I'm also going to visit my parents' house at the end of next week, and so I'll be eating with them and then out with friends who I bought for them the last time we went out, so they probably will buy for me this time. So all of that to say, I don't think I'm going to need as much for groceries as I previously had planned. So I'm going to give myself $200 in cash and just see what that does for me. Eating out, I previously gave myself $100. I'm gonna give myself $100 again. I think that should be plenty. Slush fund, I previously gave myself $150. I definitely don't need that. I'm just gonna give myself $100 here, and then unbudgeted, I'm gonna give myself $100. So that adds up to a nice round $500. So that leaves me with quite a bit to throw on my debt, which is great. So my sinking funds, are Christmas, gifts, and pet. So I had been putting $75 towards Christmas, and then I put $100 last month. I'm almost done buying Christmas presents, so I'm gonna plan to just give myself, I don't know, maybe 50 just to be safe, because we do have a Secret Santa thing happening at work. So I think I'll probably end up spending around 30 on that, and then that leaves me 20 for like to buy chocolate for my dad or something like that. He does not do gifts, but pretty much everybody else that needs to have a gift spot for them, it's happened, so that's great. I spent the $100 that I gave myself for last month and a bit more than that, so I took it away from my online sinking fund account. So right now I only have 25. Oh no, I only have 7 cents. That's right, because basically, instead of sending it from my online bank account back to my real bank account and spending it that way, I just spent it out of my bank account and then moved for last month's sinking funds for the other two. I just moved this money to those various places, and I moved 50 into one of these to account for this month. So it's gonna end up probably still being that, because I'm probably not gonna move money over just to move it back and use it. I'll just use it. So gifts, I'm gonna probably just start adding 15 to that. Right now it has 50. And then pets, I'm going to give another 25. Right now that one has 52. So this one will end up 65, and this one will end up 75. And then for debt, I just have my loans, of course. So anyway, let me total this. Sorry if this hasn't made sense. I didn't really think it all through. I'm just kind of like, you are watching my thought process happen. So that totals 90. So this leaves me technically able to put $2,452.07 towards my loans, which I really should do. But for some reason, I am just like, I know that we should all be doing every dollar budgets. And this is why I have an emergency fund in case something comes up. That emergency money sits there, and therefore I can literally allocate every penny of my actual budgeting money to things. But for some reason, I literally am just so paranoid that I'm not going to think of something additional is going to come out of my account, and it's not going to be, I hadn't thought about it ahead of time, and then it's going to overdraw my account, which isn't the end of the world, but it freaks me out. So I'm just going to plan to do 2,000 and then hopefully do a bit more and call it good. So that's that. I didn't put on my cash envelope thing over here like I previously have, but I will do that at some point. And then let's do this guy. Okay, so what color is this month's? I guess it's that green. You would think that would be March, but March is more teal. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna use this green one to account for all of these. So my electricity bill is technically not due till the 10th, but I'm literally just gonna pay it right after this video. So we can go ahead, and I'm just gonna put electric, rent, and my I actually paid my rent already. But yeah, I'm just gonna put those on the same sticker because I'm literally gonna pay my electric right now. And my rent includes my Wi-Fi and my water. I'm just not gonna try to squeeze all that on there. And then, so this guy can go away. YMCA can come down here on the 15th. DirecTV. I need to figure out for next year if there's a cheaper alternative to DirecTV to let me get every single NFL game, because that's basically, if it wasn't for the fact that I get every single NFL game through DirecTV, I probably wouldn't even have TV. I would just use like Netflix and like online streaming, that kind of thing. And then my loan, I think I'm also gonna pay my loan today. Just get it over with, right? Yeah, so I guess maybe I'll wait until my next payday for my loan. That way I'm feeling like a little more secure. There's physically money in my bank account. So we'll put that on next week. But I may do half of it today and half of it next week. And then payday. Netflix comes out on the 14th. And then I'm just going to put my other payday. That's funny, winter begins not till the 21st. It's definitely winter where I live. I mean, it's definitely not as cold as some places, but for a girl who has most recently lived in the South and the Caribbean, I'm freezing. And then I'm just going to use this cute little sticker for my Etsy payday, which I believe will be, let me just check. Yeah, it should be, I think it's usually the first Monday, so it should be there. And then I'll just write that. Yeah, so I think that's that. I did a really horrible job at tracking this past month. It's been stressful and super busy, but the good thing is that we had Thanksgiving at my house and my mom cooked a ton, which means I had a ton of leftovers. There's a ton of food in the freezer, which will hopefully save me, you know, later on when I'm in a bind, rather than getting like fast food or something like that. And I still actually have some of the things that we had I turned into other things, and I'm still eating on that. So this is like over a week later, so that's really cool. I think something I may try this month is just really, like I said, eat out of my pantry and only let myself grocery shop for fresh produce when I need it. So we'll see how that goes. I may make a video like meal planning video and then grocery shopping, like meal plan and then grocery shopping type of video, and see how that goes. But we will see. So thanks so much for watching. I'm probably not going to do a budget update from the month of November because it was kind of a crazy month and it's not going to go great if I do a budget update. It's just going to be like all over the place. But I'm really going to try to get back to keeping good track of things in the month of December. I personally have a lot less going on, surprisingly, so that's great. I'm working a ton, and hopefully I should be able to save some money, get some extra money towards my loans. So as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.